So this is the, I'll post it in the #1 comment. I'll pin it in the #1 comment. This is the video of when I showed you what was going on with this machine, that there was gas coming out of the muffler. Look, I got everything all set up. There's my little tripod, got a flashlight, got this, and this. So anyways, here, let me turn the light on. I'm going to explain to you how the gas gets from down here up to the carburetor, down into the crankcase, up and then out the and then out the muffler, and then that's when you go to pull on it. So we got a couple of things to help you understand. First of all, the #1 culprit is going to be, we're gonna tear this apart too. So grab some crackers and a cocktail. It's gonna take a minute. Pressure builds up in the tank, right? Pressure just builds up in the tank, and it goes up in here, pushes the fuel up inside the carburetor. There is a spring, a lever, and a metering dial, a little arm that rests on the metering diaphragm. If crap gets in there and releases the pressure on that spring, it gives it a free route to come up in here, get into the carburetor, and to come out. That little hole, that little pulse line right there is going to be the culprit. If you look up here on the isolator block, the intake, right there, you can see, like, if I wiggle this, that's where the gas is coming from. It's coming from that impulse. You're like, well, I don't understand, Mr. Zombie. Well, this is from 410, the cylinder, okay? This would be the exhaust. Here's the intake. So we're making this be this, just so you get an understanding. Whoops, sorry. We're gonna make this be this. There's the little impulse hole right there. And then you come over here and you look at this. There's, in the center of the screen, there's a little impulse hole on this 410 cylinder. Now you go, I'm not going to rip that apart, but if you go and you look inside the cylinder, that's the impulse hole right smack in the middle of your screen. That's the hole. That's the route that gas is going to take to get in here. It's not like it's I don't know if you ever had one of these apart, but it's not like what do you call it? A big a 4-cycle that has like a big pan and a sump and everything to hold a bunch of oil. It doesn't. It's just an airtight case to transfer fuel mist going in this way. Get out of here. Wait a minute. Sorry about that. That's just my expert camera work again. Turn the light on. So it goes down here. It gets in that case. I'm going to use this. I'm going to say, like, well, here's the carb is way down here, and then this is the exhaust is actually higher than this. So that means, are you telling me, Zombie, that this goes up here into the carburetor, in there, down there, up there? Oh, it's like that old game, the mousetrap. Yes, it does. First of all, it's got a little bit of pressure on it, okay? The other thing is, if you look inside that cylinder, this is all airtight around it, right? When that cylinder comes down, it takes and it pushes through these ports. When it comes down, it put the air pressure, takes and pushes that fluid up and out. Some of it will go out to the front, like we saw. Some of it will make its way all the way over to the exhaust, like we saw. So if I took everything off so you could see, but I don't know, maybe I can do it by hand and try to get Here's some of it coming back out this way. You can listen to it. That's a shit ton, right? And now, by this time, should be able to have some actually running across the top of the piston. I don't have a bore scope or nothing like that. But it will come out the exhaust as well. So that's how it does it. Well, that's the result of the problem that's down in here. Now you got to give me a couple of minutes to set up, and we're going to take this apart. We're going to do it slow, so if we can actually see, geez, willikers. I should be able to just lay this on its side and get it to drain out a ton. That's still a ton. This has actually been like 3 days since I shot that other video. And that's it, coming right out that pulse line. So that's how he gets in there, and now that there's nothing here to restrict it, that's how it's coming out again. That's probably the path of least resistance, right? And then also to help it to come out the muffler when he said he notices it, you and I would probably just, if we had one of these things, you and I would probably just have it, you know, like sitting on the shelf or sitting on the floor in the garage, you know, when we're not using it. These guys are going from job to job to job. You know, like it's laying on its face, it's laying on its back, it's laying on its side. So whatever that problem was just got exacerbated and exaggerated to where now it just got a whole lot worse. So, all right. So now you understand how it goes. It's through that pulse line, fills the crankcase. It goes up through these side ports, same deal, and then out the exhaust. Handheld blowers do it. Any of them have the potential to do it. So now we're going to go and we're going to get a clean space and we're going to tear this apart, and we're going to find the culprit. And let's just say that this happened to you at the end of the day, and you don't want to wait 2 days, or you need this thing for tomorrow. And see if we can't take and rebuild this. Or clean it up enough to where it's going to actually work again. And then the only true test will be when we're going to put gas in it and we're going to let it set overnight or put it out in the sun and see if we can get it to duplicate what it did. But spinning this over and getting the gas out of it, not a big deal. We'll put some air down through there, dry it out, and then we'll just start fresh. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, guys, so we got the carburetor off. I'm just going to try to work in this general area. And there's the pulps right there. So it's gonna be coming out from over there, go through the little passages and stuff. So let's take this apart. Make sure that you're in the picture. I got a flashlight kind of shining on it too. Will that make it better or worse? Oh, definitely better. Okay. So anyways, well, how's everybody doing? Put it in the comments. Where are you from? Closed in on 8,800 subscribers. I know I don't get that many views on the regular, but this might be the year to work on that. Okay, so now we're going to take this. I happen to be thinking, you guys, turn the regular light on. We're looking for like anything kind of gritty, and I can see that, right? A little bit of grit down there on the inside. So we need to go through, and there's that. That metering diaphragm does not look healthy. Okay. Some of you said you think that it's going to be crap right down underneath of there, and that's leaning on this. Whoops. You think that there's crap right down under there, and it's leaning on this. That very easily could be the case. And if you guys know how this thing works, like this does not actually take and pick up that, because it's already under pressure. Sometimes if it just goes and it leans on it, that's enough to make the pressure behind it will let the gas come sliding by. I'll take that out. I'll take that needle out of there, and you'll see that there's like maybe 3 or 4 little ribs on it, and then the groove will let it where it lets the gas come by. But when we get all this apart, pump looks good. Those look flat, very nice and flat. We want to check the filter. Faux show. Put that over there. Everything is pretty good. There's not too much crap in here. Actually looks doggone good. Here's the screen. That actually looks pretty doggone good. So we should be able to take burp. Let's just take that out of there. I'm going to hold down on it. Take my screwdriver. That's actually a P1. Gotta get the different screwdriver. P1 to the rescue. I don't think this is going to be the issue. I just want to show you. Here's the actual needle. See how it has those little ribs on it for the fuel to go by? So if this seat right here, if that seat is down in there, I'm looking down through, you can see light going right through there. So that's clean. I don't think that's the issue. All right. I'm thinking whoever, and oh my God, you guys, like, I almost shot my coffee out my nose when I was reading some of the comments of what you were guessing what the problem is. And Simon? Was it Simon? Anyway, he said, like, oh, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just running a little rich. I almost died. This is definitely not as supple as it should be. You can see that, whoops, you can see that it has some deformities. Then you push down on it. So, what the fuck? When you push down on it, it stays down. And push up on it. We need that to be better. So I don't have to go digging around. Hey, Home Garage, if you're watching this, I really, I keep meaning to leave in the comments, but here's a big problem that everybody gets. First of all, I'm going to finish my thought. I really want to see you go one day, and you know how you have that rejuvenation bath? Go and take and pull one of the ones that you saved, and you threw in the rejuvenation bath, but you've got a million of them like I do, and so you just use a new one. I'd love to see if you've ever used one out of the rejuvenation bath, and if it works. I'm just curious. I think that would be a good one. So, thank you, Home Garage. But yeah, I got to get that out. But in case, I know I got that. Okay, guys, I'll be right back. I got to go digging for that. Oh, but alas, boys and girls, I put it back together. I do not have that metering diaphragm. So I put it back together. I'm just going to order up a new carb, and if I can, this one already might be an aftermarket. I'll look it up, And yeah, because you can adjust it right there. That's the best thing about these aftermarkets, is that you can adjust them. Excuse me. So anyways, I'm just going to order that up, and then we'll come back. And what I will do is, like, we'll take it apart side by side with this one again, and you'll see the difference between that metering diaphragm and the one that comes in new. And then we're just gonna we'll hook it up and get this bad boy going again. So it'll be a couple more days till I can finish this video. So hopefully you guys have put in more comments. There's that pesky little pulse hole. There's your problem right there. There it is right there, lady. Alright, see you guys in a bit. Okay, you guys. So I did two things. This is a part 2. I will put part 1 of this video down in the pin to the first comment. So this is new aftermarket carb. Of course, you know, this is going on that blower that was all full of gas. They look the same. A little difference down here on the nozzle, but the rest of it all looks pretty good. The only thing is like, this is the one that we just took off. Look where that adjustment screw is on this one, and then look where that adjustment screw is on this one. Way down in there. So, but other than that, so we're gonna take and put this on. I'm kind of sort of ready to do this. The parts is pieces, right? There's a gasket. There's this. There's this. The one that does not have the hole goes up here. This piece up here for the throttle. Take and dump in that throttle piece real quick. Let me see. Yep. Come on. There you go. That's a little 10mm wrench up there. Let's see. This goes in there like that. That right there goes in there like that. Make sure my screws are still sticking in there. Here's a gasket that has a hole in it down at the bottom. You can't mess that up. Put that right there. And oh, you know what? This is upside down. Hold on, all y'alls. Good old fumble fingers. It'd be nice if we can just do this all in one shot. Have it fire up. Even still, with all that gas that was in there, you guys, it's still going to be like from a flooded condition. And if it does get like that, when the gas all evaporates, it just leaves the oil behind. So that's not going to hurt anything. Alright. There we go. Okay. Right. Lay this puppy down. crap. Let me put all the screws back in here so I wouldn't lose them. I gotta make you set through all of that. Oops. As big as it goes. Feel free to fast forward, you guys. Boom. 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 That ain't the right screw for there. Okay guys, I'm just going to come right back while we got it all put together. New filter, blah 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 blah. See if she just starts right up. Okay guys, it's all back together. Put a little petrol in there. Got about that much. Of course, I'm always forgetting something. Got a new filter in it, new pre-filter. Spark plug is way decent. Do this, give it a couple of pulls. Like I said, I fully expect it to be still somewhat flooded from down inside of there. And anybody that said it was the metering diaphragm, you are 100% correct. In this particular instance, that's what it was. And because this is an aftermarket and I don't know what like, is this like a CQ1W or something? One of you super sleuths I know are going to find out, because I would like to just get a package of just only the metering diaphragms for this. I did not have one, if you remember from the other video. So yeah. Okay, I pushed the primer, got the high idle. That's not really a choke, you guys. That's just a high idle. It lifts the throttle up and gets more fuel in. So let's see if she's gonna run. You see my dog right over there? And my little puppy. Throttle wide open. Come on, baby. I don't know if I trust that carb setting now, remember? I smell gas. Okay, it's at half. Come on, I'm getting tired. Fuck. You can still see the gas kicking out of here. See it? Still got gas coming out. So here's the plan. Hello. I'm not going to do anything to it till tomorrow. Messing around with the jets on it right now because it was so flooded. I don't think that's going to give me anything accurate. So I'll just leave the throttle open, let it rest, make sure it doesn't do it again, like fill up the crankcase. And then tomorrow, if I need to, then I will adjust the carburetor. But 100%, that's what it is, metering diaphragm. So everybody that got it right, got it right. Thanks for watching, guys. This one was kind of fun. We'll catch you on the next one. I'm done. I'm out.